What's up, boys and girls? My name is Chase, and welcome back to another episode of Chase's Fireside Chat, the show where I sit here by the fire and talk about anything and everything that is on my mind. So on today's episode, I'm going to be ranking some cute dogs, but first, let's start with our icebreaker. So this week, I thought it would be fun to go through my little box of memories, is what I call it. This is a shoebox, and I just throw in a bunch of stuff that I think is going to be, I think is gonna have some like nostalgia factor for me. So yeah, there's just a bunch of crap in here, and I figured let's take a look. Whoops, I gotta blur that out because that's my freaking address. So yeah, I just have a bunch of stuff in here, and I figure I pick out one thing and kind of tell the story behind it. So this right here, these are my Japanese note cards. I made these note cards when I was in high school. I would have been a junior in high school, and I took a Japanese 2 class. So yeah, these are all of my note cards. I wonder if I can read any of this. All right, well, this one is shimasu, so that is to do. I remember that at least. Tsukurimasu, which I have no idea. Make. Anyway, these are just like all of my note cards that I made for Japanese. Anyway, guys, that is a look into my little box of memories. I guess it's kind of like a time capsule. We have a lot of really interesting stuff in here. Anyway, guys, now that we're done with the icebreaker, let's go into the main segment of the show. I thought it would be really funny to rank cute dogs, and so yeah, I printed out a few pictures here. I brought in the desk so we can do a proper ranking from left to right, and yeah, I don't know. Let's see how this goes. So flipping them over here, first off we got a corgi. Of course we had to get a corgi first. You know, corgis notoriously kind of cute on the internet, so yeah, I like corgis. I think they're cute, so let's put them at number 1, which I guess would be over here. No, I guess would be right here. So we'll put number 1 right there, I guess. Next up we have an Australian Shepherd. Very cute dog. I feel like I'm like at the freaking, like, you know how they have those dog shows? I feel like I'm like a freaking judge or something. So Australian Shepherd, cute dog. Do I think it's cuter than a corgi? I don't know. It's kind of cute, but I don't think it can beat the corgi, so I think we're gonna have to put it after the corgi. So number 2 is Australian Shepherd. Next up, we have a Beagle. This is a cute dog. I don't know. I don't think it's gonna beat the Corgi, but Australian Shepherd or a Beagle. I think this is gonna have to go before the Australian Shepherd. So right now, as it stands, boys and girls, we have Corgi ranked number 1, cutest, followed by the Beagle, and then the Australian Shepherd. Next up here, we have a French Bulldog. Listen, here's the thing. I'm not a bulldog type of person. I think they're cute. I think certain ones can be cute. Well, I don't know. I think all dogs are cute. But for me personally, I'm not really a bulldog type of person. I feel like bulldogs kind of appeal to a very specific type of person, which to be honest isn't really me. But I still think they're cute. You know, look how cute this freaking dog is. So we're gonna have to put this in after the Australian Shepherd, but still a very cute dog. So right now, as it stands, we have Corgi number 1, followed by the Beagle, then the Australian Shepherd, and then the French Bulldog. And then our last dog here is Scruffy. In case you don't know, Scruffy is my dog who unfortunately passed away this past December. And so obviously, of course, this is the cutest dog in the freaking world. He's going number 1 before the Corgi. So here's our list of the top 5 cutest dogs. We have number 1, Scruffy, followed by the Corgi, then the Beagle, Australian Shepherd, and finally the French Bulldog. Yeah, let me know in the comments how you would rank these dogs, except Scruffy, because if you put Scruffy anything but first, I'm gonna be very upset. Not really, but yeah, so let me know in the comments how you would rank these dogs. Anyway, guys, let's move on to the final segment of the show, Living Lovely. This is the part of the show where I help you live a lovely life. Feel free to leave your questions or any kind of problems you have in the comments for Living Lovely. This is taken from Reddit once again. This comes from Joey Sick, and they say, I have a year of high school left and it seems completely unbearable. I'm on the verge of dropping out. I don't know what to do. So I thought I'd pick this question because, you know, it's around the time when everybody's graduating and finishing school and stuff. I figured maybe this will be relevant to some of you guys. But yeah, I graduated high school in 2016 and it was probably one of the hardest 4 years of my life, sure. You know, I definitely had that moment where I just didn't feel like any of it was worth it, and I thought I did maybe consider dropping out, I don't know. But I understand the feeling of just feeling like you're so far away from finishing high school. You know, I remember being a sophomore and just thinking about how I had 2 years left of high school and that I wouldn't be able to do it, and it sucked. I mean, it was just, I think it's really difficult. School in general, I think, is very difficult, and in the end, to be honest, at least for me, school just is kind of an endurance battle, you know? You just gotta kind of force yourself to keep going, and I think a lot of what I did in school wasn't necessarily like learning, I don't know, learning like history or whatever. Like, to be honest, I suck at history, but most of it was just kind of forcing yourself to do it, and I think if anything, you know, I know there's sort of the issue and the sort of like complaint with school that it's not really about what you learn in high school or in school in general. It's not really about what you learn. It's about sort of how you sort of go about it. It's about the experience, I guess. And yeah, I think basically, you know, in school I did a lot of kissing ass and just sort of you know, not complaining to the teachers or whatever, and just kind of forcing myself to do what the teachers say. I think that in the end, that's what a lot of school is just kind of forcing yourself to just do it, you know? And so, yeah, if anything, that's my advice, is to just force yourself to do it. And as corny and as like stupid as it sounds, I think just sort of pushing through it can just, it's a pain in the butt, but once you get to the end, it'll, I don't know if it'll necessarily be worth it, but you'll be able to say that you did it. Anyway, guys, that wraps up Living Lovely, and that wraps up the show. Thanks for watching another episode of Chase's Fireside Chat, the show where I sit here by the fire and talk about anything and everything that is on my mind. My name is Chase, and I will see you again soon. Bye.